For almost 2 decades, one shadow has hung over Teen Titans, a figure that was neither hero nor villain, but something in between. The name alone, Red X, still sparks debates, theories, and late-night rewatches. Who was he really? A thief? A ghost? A broken reflection of Robin himself? Even the show's creator, Glenn Murakami, confirmed that the writers knew the real answer. They actually wrote down who Red X was. But he swore never to reveal it. That silence left fans digging through every scene, every frame, looking for meaning in the shadows. Who was behind that mask? Take a second, drop your theory in the comments. Because by the end of this video, you might change your mind.
Don't you mean our fault? At least I'm going to do something about it. And if you cared about anything other than yourself...
The story begins in Season 1, Episode 9. Masks. A masked thief appears in Jump City. He's fast, methodical, and one step ahead of the Titans at every turn. He knows how to exploit each member's weakness. He moves like Robin, but with colder precision. His tech is advanced, his gadgets deadly, his style unmistakably calculated. The Titans assume they're dealing with a new criminal mastermind working for Slade, the show's central villain. But when they finally unmask him, the truth is jaw-dropping. Red X was Robin himself, operating undercover to infiltrate Slade's organization. It could have ended there.
It's you! Alright, who was messing with the multiverse again?
Red X, just another secret identity. But things weren't that simple, because not long after Robin abandoned the suit, someone else stole it. In the episode X, the Red X suit resurfaces, stolen from a secured vault deep inside Titan's tower. The new wearer isn't Robin. He's an entirely different person with intimate knowledge of the team's technology, access codes, and security systems. This new Red X moves with grace and confidence. He's fast, strategic, and unnervingly familiar. During his mission, he tries to steal Xenothium, a volatile mineral that powers the suit. That alone reveals his technical brilliance. Xenothium isn't just rare, it's dangerous to handle, and only someone with expert knowledge could manipulate it. When the Titans confront him, his fighting style mirrors Robin's. Precise, acrobatic, efficient. He's strong enough to stand toe-to-toe with Starfire, outmaneuver Beast Boy, and evade Cyborg's scanners. He even flirts with Starfire in the middle of combat. A strange human touch that shows confidence rather than malice. Eventually, he and Robin face off in a vault filled with Xenothium. But before their duel can end, they're ambushed by Professor Chang, a scientist who wants to weaponize the mineral to destroy the city. Robin pleads for Red X's help, and Red X refuses, coldly saying he only cares about himself. But later, when Robin is cornered and beaten, Red X returns. He saves him. He doesn't have to. He chooses to. That single moment changes everything. Whoever's under that mask might act selfish, but deep down, there's a moral compass still spinning toward good. A former hero, maybe. Someone who knows what it means to save people, even when it hurts. Robin's final line in that episode says it all. The answers aren't easy. They're supposed to be simple, but they're not. That's the essence of Red X, the embodiment of moral gray. A shadow version of Robin that blurs the line between justice and obsession. From that point forward, Red X wasn't just another villain. He became a symbol, a physical manifestation of Robin's inner conflict. Every time Robin wrestles with control, guilt, or isolation, Red X represents that darker voice in his head saying, "You don't need anyone else." In later appearances, the symbolism grows even stronger. Red X returns briefly in Calling All Titans and again in Revved Up. In the latter, Robin enters a dangerous street race to recover a briefcase with immense personal value. It's a symbol of his mission, something he refuses to let go of. Red X joins the same race, not out of loyalty, but for profit. He plans to steal the case and sell it. Yet when Robin saves his life mid-race, something shifts. Red X changes sides, helping Robin defeat the other racers and retrieve what's his episode quietly reveals what Red X really is. Not a villain, not a clone, not a ghost. He's a lesson. A reminder to Robin that even the most independent heroes need help. That pride and loneliness aren't the same thing. And that sometimes, accepting help is what makes someone truly heroic. The comics, the clones, and the confusion. After the show's original run ended, DC tried to capitalize on Red X's popularity. He appeared in Teen Titans Go comics and later in Teen Titans Academy. But the comics created more confusion than clarity. In one storyline, Red X was revealed to be a series of clones or successors, each inheriting the mask from the last. By the end, there were 4 versions, and the real Red X killed the most recent one. It was chaotic, and it missed the point entirely. The animated Red X was never meant to be multiplied. He wasn't a name to pass down, he was an idea, a warning. So let's return to what matters, the original series. Because if you trace the clues that the show itself gives, several theories start to make sense. The theories. Who could Red X be? Fans have speculated for years, offering every possible name in the DC universe. Grant Wilson, Slade's son? No. He openly despises the Titans and has none of Red X's restraint. Joshua, an obscure comic book Titan? Glenn Murakami confirmed Red X wasn't based on him. Lance Bruner, Batman's rebellious friend who tried to reform? Different continuity entirely. A robot controlled by Slade? Impossible. Slade was canonically dead when Red X returned. A time-displaced version of Robin from Starfire's alternate future? Doesn't fit either. That Robin becomes Nightwing, a fully formed hero. But there's one theory that aligns too perfectly to ignore. The clone theory. Slade was obsessed with creating the perfect apprentice. During the first 2 seasons, he repeatedly tried to mold Robin into his image. Disciplined, ruthless, unflinching. What if, before his death, Slade used his resources to create a clone of Robin? Physically identical, but psychologically blank. The clone would inherit Robin's fighting style, his knowledge of technology, and his tactical mind. After Slade's fall, that clone would have no master, no purpose, leaving him lost, dangerous, and morally unanchored. Stealing the suit would be his way of reclaiming identity. It's plausible, even poetic. But one other theory might fit even better. Long before Red X appeared on Teen Titans, the DC Comics told the tragic story of Jason Todd, the second Robin, killed by the Joker, resurrected, returned as the violent vigilante known as Red Hood. Now here's where things get interesting. Red X debuted in 2004, a full year before Jason Todd's official comic book resurrection in 2005. That means the animated writers may have been experimenting with the same archetype. A broken Robin operating outside the law. Look at the parallels. Both are exceptional fighters. Both use advanced tech and tactical precision. Both reject authority, but retain their moral compass. Both blur the line between justice and vengeance, and both, in more ways than one, represent the failure of Batman's legacy. Even small personality details align. Red X shows humor and arrogance in combat. Traits Jason was known for. He's cynical, pragmatic, and clearly older than Robin in the show. In some DC continuities such as Batman, White Knight, Jason is the first Robin, not the second older than Dick Grayson. If we treat the Teen Titans universe as existing alongside the 2004 The Batman animated series, Jason could easily be older, adopted later, and hardened by trauma. A version of Jason Todd who fell through the cracks and resurfaced wearing a mask of his own design. The theory fits so naturally it almost feels deliberate. The name Red X could even be symbolic, a prototype of Red Hood, a red-masked anti-hero born before his time. But maybe the real answer isn't about who Red X is, but what he represents. In interviews, Glenn Murakami and writer David Slack hinted that Red X was never meant to have a confirmed identity. He was a metaphor, a visual embodiment of Robin's internal conflict, his pride, guilt, and obsession with control. When Robin distrusts his team, that's Red X. When he regrets creating the suit, that's Red X. When he isolates himself to prove a point, that's Red X. The character is a mirror held up to heroism itself, showing how easy it is for conviction to turn into arrogance and justice to become obsession. Red X is what happens when doing the right thing stops feeling right, but you do it anyway. In that sense, he's not just Robin's rival. He's his reflection. The version of Robin that exists in the gray zone between light and shadow. A living test of what kind of man Robin truly wants to be. Red X remains one of the most iconic mysteries in superhero animation because he's unsolved. And that's what keeps him powerful. He doesn't need an origin story or a tragic past. The mystery is the message. Every time he appears, he forces both Robin and the audience to question what makes a hero. Is it the mask, the motive, or the willingness to cross a line for what you believe in? Whether he's a clone, a fallen Robin, or a version of Jason Todd from another timeline, Red X endures as the embodiment of that thin, dangerous line between good and evil. He's the ghost in the machine, the secret that refuses to die because maybe, deep down, every hero needs a Red X to remind them who they really are. If you love deep dive videos like this, the kind that uncover the hidden stories and lost details behind your favorite shows, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next breakdown. We've got more legends to explore, more masks to unmask, and more secrets waiting in the shadows. Because in a world full of heroes and villains, it's always the ones in between that stay with us the longest. Deep down, every hero needs a Red X to remind them who they really are.